What's up, guys? This is Ardinal7 back with another war video. This is Season 40, War 11, LVT versus SSX. I have 6 fights for you this war. I am bringing Namor, Red Hulk, and Human Torch. This is actually the very first time I've ever brought Namor to war. I got him to SIG 200 last offseason, I believe. But this is Namor versus Jabari Panther on Node 7. That's Path 7, Section 1. The reason we're bringing Namor here is that Jabari Panther has that cleanse mechanic that comes very often. And because of the node, when she cleanses something or purifies something, she's going to put up damage reflection shield. But a SIG 200 Namor completely negates that. He's just going to reflect that damage back at Jabari. So he just cancels out the node. Really, the most important thing to watch here is just, stuns. I don't want her to cleanse a stun. Think that I have a parry and she just whacks me instead. So just for the most part, gonna play it stun immune, bait heavies, try to push her to SB2s, just because those are a little bit easier to full dex and punish. I kind of mismanage my power here. I dash back and hold it too long, and I enter the outrage. So my power's ticking down, but I'm able to just throw an SP2, get a stun, get a good bit of damage in here, throw the SP1, beat her SP2, and it's just a little bit more before she goes down. Nice little backdraft intercept there. And then here's the kill. Next up, I have Human Torch versus Absorbing Man on Node 16. I do have the Flame on pre-fight. Really, the only thing you have to do in this fight with Human Torch is bait his SP1, heavy punish, and if you've got the Flame on, he just melts. This fight went extremely smooth. There's the SP1, punish heavy, just a little bit more damage, and he just melts. 25-second fight there. My next fight this war is Red Hulk versus Mephisto on Node 21. I have taken this node in most of the wars this season. Red Hulk's just a perfect counter for the majority of defenders that he would see on this node. He also benefits from the attacker tactic, which is extremely strong. Tier 1 alliances are just not dying because the attacker tactic is so strong this season. I love Red Hulk, and anything that makes him better is fine by me. There's really not too much to worry about in this Mephisto fight. You will take a little bit of damage from his aura. There's a little bit of block damage hitting me. But I threw on an invulnerability boost as well, just because the power can kind of get out of control if Mephisto is just not constantly throwing specials. But even if I didn't have an invulnerability boost, Mephisto's SP3 just doesn't hit that hard. So I with it, I can tank him, just save myself some potions. But there we go. There's his regeneration activating. And he's still got plenty of power, and he's not throwing specials. So it's really just a couple combos away from a kill at this point. Mephisto's health isn't too big. 1%. So got real close with that SP1, almost got the kill. But he gets another SP3. I've still got charges on my indestructible, invulnerability boost rather. I am indestructible, it does no damage. He just immediately throws SP1, but one more hit and he is done. In Section 2, I am taking Path 5. The first fight here is Node 29. I am using Human Torch versus the Mojo here. I did turn Dex off, just so I don't eat up my health pool, triggering degeneration or anything. I am not too worried about the protection from the node. I will get my intercepts when they're possible, but really Torch is going to have plenty of damage here. I used my Flame On for that Absorbing Man, so I do not have it here for the Mojo. But really, it's not so bad. I'm just going to try to bait SP1s, take them into the block, and try to play around prompts where you can. But in general, as long as I'm not, eating an SP2 to the face, I should be okay. I can't dex. I won't get any buffs any other way. So he won't be degenning me from those either. So Was trapped in the corner there, threw a heavy, and I tried to dex, even though I can't. But I think that's the only time I really get hit in this fight. I am also using an indestructible here, just in case. But like I said, no trouble for torch. If it's a mystic and you've got a torch, it's a good counter. Next up, we have Red Hulk versus Rintrah on node 37. This is the second fight on Path 5. The plan is to just play this like any other Rintrah fight. Knock him down often. Don't let his mystical charges get above 10. I will go for intercepts where I can. You can heavy punish his SP1 nice and easy, but I'm happy to reparry as well. So there he throws his SP1. We're going to heavy punish. Protection is back up. I do make a couple mistakes in this fight and just kind of get clipped, but I do still have that indestructible. There's 2 of those from the invulnerability boost I used for the Mojo fight. As this fight kind of goes on, it's just the damage is a little bit slower than I wanted, and I'm not getting a lot of opportunities to try to get intercepts in because I'm basically heavying and he's back to SP1 again, and then I have to dex. So I get clipped again. So at this point, I'm going to kind of just change over. When he doesn't have a lot of mystical charges, I'm just going to punish his SP1s with combos. It gives me an opportunity to try to backdraft and get an intercept or, throw an SP1. But the heavies were just kind of giving him a lot of power. So I kind of switch gears right about here and kind of speed up the second half of this fight. Rincha does have a huge health pool, and when protection's up the whole time, it just takes twice as long, right? So there's another SP1 heavy punish. Trying to just reclaim some space here in the center of the arena so I don't get trapped against the wall. Bait the SP1 and heavy punish. Bait the SP1. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm just going into the combo, backdraft, get the intercept, throw a nice SP1 that does a good amount of damage. Bait the SP1, full combo. Rintrah is just not a tough defender if you can knock him down often. I also did turn dexterity back on for this fight. Don't necessarily need it, but I definitely feel safer playing with dexterity on for most fights. But so here we go. He's nice and low. Punish the SP1, and he is done. My last fight this war is Red Hulk versus Sasquatch on node 49. Red Hulk just completely negates the hazard shift for this node, turning the poisons and the incinerates into heat charges for himself. So I'll be, pretty much immediately up to 10 heat charges, which means my damage will be in full effect. I think for this fight, it could be a good idea to turn on the Poison Suicide just so you have a little bit more damage. But even without it, my rank 4 is plenty damage to get down the rank 4 Sasquatch here. So the most important thing in this fight is just to maintain space. Don't let yourself get trapped in the corner. When his wrath goes on and he gets all those unstoppables, it's just a lot to deal with. I also prefer to full dex his SB2, just because if you accidentally take the rock into your block or something, it could stun you. But it's really not too hard to just, when you push him over first bar power, just kind of shorten your combos, hold block, beta heavy, and then keep pushing him to SB2. So we are getting close to 40% health, which is when his healing will kick on, and it's definitely something you kind of have to push through. So I'm going to just try to get some space back, let him get to the next Wrath, and then try to kill him after the next Wrath phase. So there's Wrath, Beta SB2, bait the heavy, punish the heavy. I'm just kind of trying to play around the unstoppable that he has here. So the second Wrath is over. I'm going to just push myself to SP3 and try to launch off a big SP3 to try to get the finish here. So I think one more combo and then we throw it. Oh, I was wrong. There it is. So like I said, rank 4 Red Hulk, plenty of damage, even without suicides. You just kind of have to have a game plan to know when you're going to try to push for the kill there. But that is War 11 in the books, still going deathless. We've got one more left to go in the season. Thanks for watching, everybody.